My name is Dave Kalman, and I'm a type 2 diabetic. I've had diabetes for about 20 years. I'd like to tell you what happened to me and how I come to meet Ed Phillips and the BPM recliner. About 5 years ago, I was in a serious motorcycle accident. When I went down, the back of my calf suffered a large wound, about the size of a 50-cent piece and about 1.5 inches deep. I was immediately sent to the wound clinic because I am a diabetic. And for 3 months, twice a week, they would debris the wound, they'd pack it with cotton, and send me home. Every time I went, they kept saying, "You could lose your leg." So after 3 months, I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to my friend Ed Phillips, who said, "Why don't you try our BPM gravity recliner? It may help." At that point in time, I would have done anything. So I did start trying his gravity recliner every day for 3 weeks. At the end of a 3-week period, much to my surprise, the wound closed completely. And that's terrific. Sometime later, because I put on a lot of weight, my legs became swollen with blood. The answer would have been riding on a bicycle very fast, very hard, to try and move the blood around. I didn't do that. I was able once again to get on the BPM gravity recliner, and in a matter of 3 days, the size of my legs went down and the blood was circulating freely. Something else that I noticed was that my glucose average, which was about 167 for the last 3 years, now has been reduced to an average of 89. So I've actually cut it in half. And for a diabetic who's afraid of becoming a type 1 diabetic and using insulin, this is wonderful. A couple of things that happened that were really, really great was I began to realize I was thinking clearer. And I know this because my wife Kathy and I play word games. And I've got to admit, for the last 1.5 years or so, she's beating me. After I started my regime of getting on the gravity recliner, all of a sudden, I'm winning again. What a wonderful thing. I'm winning in the game, and I'm also winning fighting my diabetes. I had neuropathy in my right foot. It felt like a rubber band was tightening around my toes. Now I know that neuropathy means I could lose those feet. After about 6 sessions on the BPM gravity recliner, that feeling went away. I now can feel my feet completely. I can actually curl my feet. It may not sound like much, but to a diabetic, it's really a great thing. I'm glad to have found the gravity recliner, and I only hope that other diabetics will listen to my story and try it for themselves.
If you or your loved one has diabetes, it only makes good sense to experience vBPM and the Kinetic Recliner. Contact us now for more information.